Welcome to Simply Marvelous. I am your host, Anton, along with my co-host,
Taylor Day.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great now. I got some Falcon and Winter Soldier in my life.
Factuals.
Like, it was great.
Yeah, I loved it. It's kind of what I expected. You know, you got to world build. You got to world build. You can't give them all the action and all the smoke in the first episode. So, very nice. Very nice. Mm-hmm. Today's episode, obviously, you know, we're going to give our little reaction to episode 1 of Falcon and Winter Soldier. Mm-hmm. And then we'll see where it takes us from there. All right? Tell them where they can find us, though.
You can find us at YouTube at Simply Marvelous. That's Marvel and Us. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Simply_Marvel Us. Hey, I don't know.
Oh, man. We about to bring old dances back. That's what we need to do. That's what we need to do.
Justice for old dances.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
2-step. All right. I guess one more announcement. We will be announcing our Falcon and Winter Soldier Funko Pop winner tonight on Instagram. I'll shoot out a little video to the winner, and we'll anoint them as king for this giveaway.
Woo-woo.
Or queen. You never know who
you
it
never
is.
Know.
You don't know.
We do he's, she's, and theys.
Yes, we do. All of it. Got it all covered. All right, let's get into this.
Yes.
All right. So, Falcon and Winter Soldier opens with a beautifully done action sequence for the most part. That's not actually, hold on. So, now I'm thinking about it. What happened?
Well, I mean, like, it started out with Sam in his house.
Yes.
And, like, wrapping up the shield.
Yes.
And then we go to him on the plane doing a mission.
Oh, yeah.
Over in Tunisia.
Uh-huh. It's Tunisia. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to remember all this stuff.
Yeah.
But the action sequence was beautifully well crafted. It
was great.
Looks movie-esque.
Yes.
They got a budget on this show.
They really do. I'm not gonna lie. So from the previews, I was excited, but I was kind of like, okay, blah blah blah, action. I want the story. But honestly, this like the big action scene, which is like the biggest action scene we get for this episode, it was fantastic. It was like so exciting.
It's beautiful.
And I was definitely on the edge of my seat, like, what's about to happen right now? Yeah, so
WandaVision got us feeling a little differently now. So normally if we was in the movie and we saw that action sequence, like, just super duper hype about it.
Yeah.
Wanda got us getting folks' feelings now.
Yeah. It's like, but what's the deeper meaning?
We all feel like little therapists and all that now. Yeah. So, but yeah, the action sequence was beautiful. I forget his name. I think it's Bachrach, the leaper, who is actually George St. Pierre, an MMA fighter. He's in the scene in there. He's trying to apprehend the plane, which he does, or the people off the plane. Never made it clear what he was actually doing, did it?
I think they were trying to get that soldier. I don't know what the soldier... Why? Yeah. But they hijacked the plane. We're trying to go into the Libyan airspace because of treaties and things. Yeah. But Sam wasn't about to let that happen.
Nah. So he did his little 1-2 step and figured out how to apprehend or save the soldier from the leaper. That's what I'm gonna call him.
He was so smooth.
He cold with it.
I was like, I don't remember Sam being able to do all this stuff.
So he just never got enough shine.
He didn't.
You know, you have somebody who has wings. All his scenes that he's ever had were dope, though. The beginning of Civil War, even in Winter Soldier when he's flying around dodging missiles and everything, it looks beautiful. So I always knew they could do more with him. Just needed the time.
He needed the opportunity.
Just the opportunity.
He needed the stage, and this is the perfect one.
Yeah, so it also, after, you know, he gets done with that mission, they show him at a conference, basically.
Yeah.
So I don't know who was this conference for? Did it actually say?
Yeah, I think it was literally all just supposed to be for the dedication of the shield to the Smithsonian for the
that's right, yeah.
Avengers and Captain America exhibit.
Yes.
And so he had that entire speech about how much Captain America meant to us and how we are in a new day and age where we need new heroes to step up and like represent our country. And so, you know, we've seen since Endgame how Sam has struggled with Steve giving him the shield.
Yes.
And he hasn't gotten over it. And I'm mad because the show opens with those same lines of him saying, like, it feels like it's someone else's. But Steve is like, it isn't.
Right.
In his Joe Biden voice. Like,
It looked like
it
Joe.
isn't. It's yours.
Old man Cap looks just like Joe Biden.
Just like Joe Biden.
Which is hilarious, but
Yeah.
so Sam is struggling with trying to take over the mantle. Ultimately, at this point, he says no. Donates the shield to the Smithsonian. And, sad moment, but we all know where this is going.
We know where it's going.
We know where this is going. But, you gotta create that parody, that struggle, that inner turmoil, because it seems like all these Disney Plus shows are dealing with trauma and, inner conflicts and all that stuff. So it feels like a whole therapy session.
I love it.
When do MCU fans become so emotional?
Hey, I mean,
What happened?
As the world goes through trauma, our heroes have to go through trauma and work through their trauma. Because we need to work through our trauma as well if we're going to push forward.
Yeah. I feel myself switching too, so I'm not talking bad about folks. I was here for the action before, and now brother want to feel a little heart up, a little bit of heart up in this thing. But all right, so then we go to Mr. Bucky. Bucky is really going through some things.
Yes.
PTSD.
Yeah.
It's serious. Like he mentions in there that he's been basically fighting for 90 years.
Yeah.
90 years of just straight fight.
Just being a soldier. And not even being in control of, like, your own self.
Right.
They were saying how he just got in control of his mind now. I'm like, ooh, Lord.
Man. But, what's the guy's name? Is it Yuri or Yoshi?
Yuri.
Yeah,
Yuri. Y-O-R-I. Okay. Yuri.
Yeah, so, while he's in his therapy meeting, the main emphasis, he has 3 rules that... 3 things he has to accomplish, and it all revolves around making amends.
Yeah.
For all the terrible things he has done as the Winter Soldier. Do you remember the actual rules? One is being legal.
Yeah, it has to be legal.
You can't hurt nobody.
He can't hurt anyone, and he has to, like, kind of state his intention, I guess.
Something like that.
It was something like that. So, again, all this is part of him making amends, but also a part of his pardon deal.
Yes.
So he's been pardoned from all the things he did as the Winter Soldier, and now as a part of that, he has to do these things and make amends.
Yeah.
And like you said, it is supposed to help with his nightmares that he's having with PTSD, but he's denying having them, which is very reminiscent of Wanda. Like, y'all got issues, and I love it. I love the mess.
Oh, man. I dig it, though.
Yeah.
Makes everything feel, more grounded. Everybody's human. Everybody goes through things.
Yeah.
Superheroes are not perfect by any means.
Yeah.
By any means. And now he's James Buchanan Barnes.
Yes. Or James Bucky Barnes. Yes. I don't even think he said like the full Buchanan this time.
I think she said it though. I'm pretty sure because that is his full name. Is
James
Buchanan Barnes. So
I like Buchanan.
He has to drop the Winter Soldier, trying to put that behind him. Obviously, that's gonna have to. I don't know about the Winter Soldier part, but he's going to have to suit up again.
Like I said before during the show, he's always lurking in the shadows.
Absolutely.
My Shadow King. I like it. I don't know. Hey, do what you got to do.
Shadow King.
My Shadow King.
But we do get an awesome flashback to his Winter Soldier days.
Yes.
I don't know what he was trying to stop at the time, but he busts in the door. You actually see it in the trailer when he breaks his arm through the wall and snatches old boy out and assassinates a whole bunch of people. Yeah. And then at the end, he kills a
innocent
bystander, basically, and he meets this Yuri. I want to call him Yoshi for some reason.
Because his last name was like Yoshi Shura or something like that, but he goes by Yuri. But yeah, so Yuri's son gets killed as an innocent bystander pretty much by the Winter Soldier, which was horrible timing for Disney. Hashtag stop Asian hate.
Yes.
And yet you start the show out with killing an innocent Asian person. Yeah. It was horrible timing for Disney.
Yeah. I don't know if there is such thing as good timing for any of this, though.
True.
You know, when you have a show that's kind of dealing with grounded situations, obviously nobody's ever been blipped and stuff like that, but, you know, it's just some of these things are going to overlap. It's just how it is. You know, it is bad timing, though. It's
really bad timing. Like this week, ugh. Yeah,
but shout out to, you know, all those families too in that situation. I actually just heard about this. I want to say the last evening.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't follow the news much, but
how can you at this point? But yeah, shout out to all those families and to communities in Atlanta and across the country, because these aren't isolated incidents. It keeps happening with our community and with other communities of color.
For sure. All right, back to the show. So he's he's making amends. We find out he's kind of making amends by, you know, hanging out and being somewhat of a supporting, you know, guy to Yuri. And we find out that it was his son that the Winter Soldier actually killed, and that's super tough.
It's tough.
You have to look at your victims in the face. That's like, oh my gosh. After that, this show is real deep, actually.
It is.
It's much deeper than WandaVision, you know, right out the gate, you know.
Yeah.
Coming straight out. Yeah, not, you know, we've seen all the WandaVision, so we know, but this show comes out firing straight at the heartstrings, you know.
All the deep parts.
Yeah. But yeah, so at the end of the day, Bucky is trying to figure out how to live a normal life and make amends for all the terrible atrocities he's committed under mind control of Hydra.
Yeah.
But anyways, so I guess it goes back to Sam at this point.
Yeah.
We meet his family. Meet his sister and his nephew.
Sister Sarah.
I just want to point this out real quick. They let them be black. I appreciate that.
They were so black.
Yes, they were real black. The show does have a black a black writer. I think his last name is Spellman. He's done all type of things. He wrote for Empire. I think he actually might have wrote on.
I should research this, and I did.
I've just seen some interviews the last couple of days, and I've heard him talk quite a bit. So
the script is awesome.
Yeah. So it just, you could tell they let a brother get in on that pen, or notepad, and actually write on this show.
It felt very authentic. It just
when you hear a white folk.
Yeah, when you hear a white folk, you know, no white writer wrote that. No. That's like, it was so good.
Yeah, I can't wait to go back and listen to it again.
It was so good.
Yeah, it hit me all up in here because obviously I've heard that before. Folk.
Them putting like just the food in those like containers.
Yeah,
I was like,
that looked like
super black. Who they about to go feed? And you know that food is good.
You already know it is. I know if you like that food that's off the bayou, you know, that type of seafood. It looks like the family has a
shrimp and boat.
Shrimp and boat
or
business.
Some sort of fishing boat.
That's, you know, their parents started, obviously, and they're dealing with basically his sister. Everybody was blipped, and she was left to raise the kids and hold down the house. The family left, and the boat and all this, and it hasn't gone so smoothly. And Sam is trying to come back and, you know, trying to help out and do what he can because he's been off fighting. Also, he was blipped himself. But she's like, I'm tired of it. I'm sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired because this has been overwhelming. You don't know what I've been through the last 5 years.
This is something that we keep hearing about like how it was for people these past 5 years during the blip. And it just really wasn't easy for folks. And then especially for Sarah and her character, it took her 5 years to come to terms with like, look, I'm going to need to let this go. Whereas Sam's coming in saying like, no, this is our family's legacy. And really, this is his only legacy since he's been gone the last 5 years, beyond like, the Falcon, his Falcon identity. And we see they try to get like a family small business loan.
Yeah.
And being a superhero doesn't add up much to the bank. No. They're like, so how do you make money?
Right.
Like, and so yeah, it was just interesting seeing their family dynamics where he's like, no, I just got back. You can't take all this away from me. And she's like, I've been trying to come to terms with this for the past 5 years. And here you come popping up trying to change all this. I've done everything I needed to do. I've gone through all the avenues I could possibly go through.
Yeah, this show is dealing with some things that I wasn't sure if they would. Like, does a superhero get paid?
Does a superhero get paid?
Do you get a check stub?
Yeah.
Do you pay taxes?
Like, did Tony pay you?
Right.
And all of that was on Goodwill?
Right.
That doesn't equate to dollar signs.
No. And then his upkeep of his suit. They show him actually fixing his, I think it might have been Red Wing or something that was wrong with the suit. I always wondered that, like, if Tony is gone, because he obviously built all these, suits or perfected them from what they were.
Yeah, upgraded all.
Yeah, so now that he's gone.
Who's in charge of that task?
Yeah, who's doing that? Where Pepper Potts at? She got the bag.
Honestly, in general, I'm still confused as to what the function of the Avengers are, like, as a whole. Because, like, we'll get to it later, but we keep seeing them individually, but no one mentions anything about the compound anymore. It's all very individualistic conversations.
Yeah. I don't think there is an Avengers anymore. There isn't right now. They're just not, Obviously, some people signed the Accords. Some still didn't. So, I don't know if some are fugitives. Well, obviously Sam is out here walking around, so
he said he just started working at the Air Force.
Yeah, so
he just came on board.
Cool. Bucky got pardoned, so I guess they're kind of just turning a blind eye to all this stuff. Like, okay, y'all saved the world.
We'll let it slide.
We're gonna let this slide, but as of now, there's no functioning team, the Avengers. They're just not. Kind of sad, but. You know how this goes. Something gonna happen, and they're gonna have to.
Yeah, they're gonna come back.
They had to come back. Though there's gonna be a lot of new people though.
2023.
This is 2021, so we got 2022 next year. So,
we have a lot of time to build up a whole new team.
Yeah.
So
it's gonna be a whole new team. It's for sure.
It's gonna be a whole. Listen, I can't wait. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a whole bunch of folks.
A whole bunch.
All that diversity and inclusion included too.
Oh my God! I cannot wait to do a show about the future of the MCU because the diversity and all that stuff is major.
It's gonna be awesome.
It's very awesome. But we also get introduced to the Flag Smashers.
Yes.
A group of people. We haven't personally met any of them in the show yet. It just showed them with the mask on, basically. But these are a group of people who liked it better when the 5 years of the blip. You know, for what reason, I'm not sure. Probably just because everything was so unstable, and they probably had some sort of power, and they were doing their 1-2 step out here, whatever they were doing. They were robbing. Was that a bank that they were robbing?
I have no idea what they were robbing. They were in Germany. Stuff looks a little bit different over there than it does over here. Sure. But yeah, they had 2 duffels full of cash.
Super duffels. So
I don't know.
I have no idea what they were. I guess that's just robbing the bank.
Yeah.
I guess. But earlier we get introduced to a guy named Torres, which seems to be Sam Wilson's kind of inside guy at this point, or his sidekick.
He seems like Falcon and Winter Soldier's Jimmy Woo. And you guys already know how much we love Jimmy Woo in WandaVision. And so now we have Joaquin Torres, who is going to be here for Falcon and Winter Soldier. It sounds like a lot of people online are already in love with him. He's nice on the eyes, and he seems sweet, and he already got beat up, so...
Yeah, he did get in.
He got what? He got Molly what? Really?
Got hit with the so.
Which is interesting though, because it's like, oh, do we have another super soldier out here? The guy who whooped him, not Torres, but the guy who whooped Torres.
Yeah, somebody has some sort of serum going around. I don't know. It's probably a low grade, serum.
Passing it around like a scissor in a cup.
Right. So when you seen the group of people, it doesn't look like everybody in the group has it. So it's probably like some, a chain of command. Certain folks that actually has the serum, because we see that the girl in the trailers has it. She's jumping up and snatching things out the sky and all that. So you can tell she has it.
They're on that Tom Cruise level of the Flag Smashers. They have like all the secrets up top at the Hubbard location. That's a Scientology joke. Never mind.
Yeah,
let's move forward.
I was gonna let you ride with it though.
I don't know. If you get it, you get it. You don't, you don't.
I'll go Drax on you. I won't let it fly over my head. I'll catch it. But that went all the way over. Sorry. Anyways, all good. Good. So hopefully, obviously, we'll learn more about the Flag Smashers as the series progresses. But as all we know right now is there's some good bank robbers, and they liked it most when the blip was still going on.
Yeah.
I'm sure we're gonna get some cool stuff from them though.
Yeah.
This Torres guy, I did hear some things online, but somebody even said that he might be the guy that should be the next Cap.
Really?
That's just because how much they like him. Maybe not, He just seems like he has the values of Steve. So,
I'm not opposed to that if it can't be Sam.
Yeah. Oh man, but what else happens in this episode? I'm trying to think.
Before we get to the new Cap that they kind of showcase,
Johnny John.
One thing we didn't mention about Bucky is that he's out here trying to date, and we said he was living normally, but he's trying to date too, which doesn't go well. But it just reminded me so much about when we first saw Cap really integrated into modern society, and he was trying to date, and that was in Winter Soldier.
Yes, it was.
When, like you were saying, Natasha was trying to get him out and date, live normally. I mean, it kind of almost dated his niece, but we're not going to talk about it.
She'll be here in a few.
Yeah, I was about to say, she actually is about to be in this show. So we'll talk about it when she shows up. But yeah, now it's Bucky doing that. And he's old. He's on the dating apps. And swipe. It just...
Yeah, it's odd.
This man is more than a senior citizen.
He's 106 years old.
He's 106. He said that. He said that in the date. She was like, how old are you? He's like 106. She was like, it's like, no, he's being serious.
Keeping it extra 100.
He needs his AARP card. He's dealing with PTSD, dementia.
Yeah. But he do look like he's been using that lotion that we keep telling y'all about.
I love Bucky.
I gotta keep it 100.
He's looking good. He's looking good.
I ain't got no comment on that. I just know that he's still looking about 30 something. He's 106 years old.
It's true though. But also, last thing I want to say, when he told his therapist, he was like, the only peace I had was when I was in Wakanda for a little bit. And I'm like, why aren't you still there? Why aren't you still there then? Yeah. You already knew you had it good over in the motherland.
Yeah. He was over there, ultimate chillaxing. Ultimate. But, we don't know what the state of things in Wakanda, so,
They wouldn't have bothered.
But we are going to get some of that, We are going to get some of that sometime in the near future. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you can do New Cap. I'm done.
See, the thing is, I don't know much about New Cap. I know his name is John Walker. He's the government champ. The government they say they need a new hero. Somebody to inspire, someone that people can look after, and why they didn't just go get Sam, you know what I mean? The person that was in the fight, who saved the world, but they got to get their Captain America. We know what these quotes are right here for.
He's not even cute, like.
You don't have to. You got a weird chin.
He's just the whole face shape. It doesn't. Somebody said that he looked like the old man from Up. in the cap. He does! He does! It's the same head, face, with just the Captain America mask over it. And I'm like, where... Disney. I see you guys are repurposing your characters.
Oh, folks got jokes.
They do. Cool. And they're good, too. They're great jokes. They're perfect. You have to put in the photo right here what you look like.
Oh man, that's funny though.
Yeah.
So I saw him in an interview yesterday.
Is he good people at least?
He just seems extremely excited to be on the show. To be honest, he has a full facial hair situation, so you can't see the facial structure like you can in the mask. So.
I think that would help him immensely.
Say like no boy from Up though.
He does look like old boy from Up. I can't remember because I actually didn't like that movie, but I can't remember what the character's name is. But yeah, he looks like old dude from Up. And we're not talking about the kid.
That's funny. Shout out to Up. Anyway, so yeah, that's how the episode actually ends. I don't even know if they said who the guy who was presenting. We'll just.
No, he just popped out.
A nameless official of government, and
he just our new Captain America.
Our new
Here
Captain
he is.
America is this guy.
Came out ready to go, and it was like no.
Yeah, so we don't know if he has any of the powers that Cap has, or is he just a face for people to look at and kind of remind them of what they once had.
I'm gonna go ahead and assume he's just a face, and like I already said, not a great one.
Not a great one.
Y'all.
Oh man. So maybe he'll have a real story arc. I'm sure the dude's real name is Wyatt, I think. The actors. But you imagine going into a role that people are going to hate you for?
Oh.
So I'm sure he's going to have some sort of redeeming qualities.
If that checks right.
You already know though.
Okay.
People are just dying to get into the MCU, so I guess let's just keep it real.
I was about to say I would be the next Wakanda villain just to be in the MCU. Come up in there like, "Hey, Auntie, Part 2." Like, why not? There's a check and the MCU get in that contract with those residuals.
Fact.
Then yeah. So yeah. It comes with the territory.
Yeah. New Cap. We'll see, man. They calling me.
I was about to say
come
somebody
back to the
didn't
streets
put their
of Sam
phone.
Pete. Anyway, so I guess a couple blatantly obvious things in there is Sam and Bucky have not met in this show.
Yeah,
they haven't crossed paths in this show, but he did address saying that
Bucky was ignoring his calls.
Yes, he's been ignoring his calls. We already know what their relationship is like.
Yeah. So
hopefully it's next episode they actually do start teaming up. I don't want it to go too long with.
Yeah.
We obviously haven't got Baron Zemo in there yet. We did see his name on that list. If you noticed it.
I didn't look that closely.
Zemo's name was on that list.
Dang.
So, I don't know what that means. And then if you ever seen I know you've seen the trailer. You remember the trailer where Bucky's holding the bullets and he just drops them? Do you remember seeing that?
I'll have to go back.
Okay. That is him and Zemo's interaction. So
interesting.
Yeah, it could be.
There is a second where I think Sam thinks the leader of the Flag Smashers is Bucky. Because he was like, Torres was like, what are you thinking? And he's like, I don't know. But I think because he saw that it was like a super soldier, I think the thought kind of flashed in his head, like, is this Bucky? Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. But
I don't know if he would think that. I think he might have just know that the serum is out there.
The serum.
Yeah, the serum.
If this John Walker is this dude, I'm about to be upset.
Oh, saying you think he may be in a part of it?
Yeah. Because, we've already seen in the past, this is not the same, but we've seen in the past where Captain America has been, an agent of a Hydra. And I thought that they were going to try to, include that somehow in the MCU. I could be wrong. I could be making that up. But I thought I heard that, and that would be an interesting way to do it, is to have the Flag Smashers and the new Captain America kind of...
Yeah, I guess it could be. Yeah.
Be in there.
Yeah.
But you know how we go when we start theorizing. It's just thinking too much.
I can't wait to get online and see what everybody talking about now, because the theories are gonna run rampant. Like, shit, I don't even know how to piggyback off that. We're just gonna shut it down. That's it, folks. Then we get out of here. You know what I'm talking about?
That's it, folks.
Oh man! All right, can't wait. Falcon and Winter Soldier episode 2 next Friday.
Yep.
Stay tuned tonight on Instagram. We will announce our Falcon and Winter Soldier Funko Pop giveaway winners. Winner. One singular. And then we'll go from there.
Yeah. Check us out on Wednesday nights. We'll do a live where we kind of break down more things that we didn't notice this first time around for the first episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
And also don't forget to follow us on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button and the bell. And also follow us on all of our social media at Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. We'll be keeping all the fun. I'm going to throw it up. Okay,
that's all we know.
That's all we got. That's it.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys hopefully on Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining us. Holla.
Yeah.